friends. Welcome to part 2 of Savage on Saturday. Now, since YouTube have started rationing how many hours you can stream, I'm kidding, they're not rationing. We just happen to be in part 2, all right? So, I was answering questions in the previous window, and I apologize if I miss any of your chats. It was not intentional. I had no idea this was going to happen. So you may need to chat in any chats again. If there are any questions you would like me to answer, I am probably going to have to do that in this part 2, because I can't go back in time to part 1. I know the picture quality is also a little bit shimmery. Again, I'm not sure as to why that is happening. Very, very poor picture quality, at least on my end. I'm not sure if you can see the picture all right. So Ms. Mam says, Phil, at the beginning of this study session, you mentioned using our study guides. Yes, so the best study guide in my mind to use is this one. Wait, it's so heavy. This is the best study guide. Now, outside of this, I would recommend, for those of you on our course, if you signed up for the 1 month plus, you get the Project Management Essentials. If you're not on our course, I really cannot recommend any book, I'm afraid, because I have heard all sorts of reports across the board of study guides that once upon a time I recommended, or mock exams I recommended. So I just got fed up and said, I'm just going to write mine, because there are all sorts of complaints about how it leads them on, blind alleys, and, so I just decided, let me hone in and focus on creating our own stuff, all right? Sachigan says, PMI takes 4 days to accept my audit. Yeah, they could take quite a few days. It took 4 days, yeah. Okay, so guys, hey, these discussions are very good, and we need to continue having them all throughout the week. So if you have not added yourself to the Savage on Saturdays, or requested that you be added to Savage on Saturdays Facebook group, where we can have these fun discussions, it's almost like a virtual team where we know everyone else and that all the names are familiar. Hi, Olivia and Yinka, thank you for rejoining, and everyone else. So yeah, this is a great place to network and interact. So Kashif, you need to go to Facebook and search for the Savage on Saturdays group. Okay, if anyone finds the group, can you just chat in the group link? I should have probably put it out there. Now, for those people who are going to be watching this after the fact, within the next week or so, now don't go there now because it ain't going to work. You're going to see the founder of GoDaddy and his squiggly hair, or hair on his head, rather. So don't go to that page just yet. But we're going to have a savageonsaturday.com. So by next week, the savageonsaturday.com site is going to be up. And when it is up, it will automatically redirect you to the Savage on Saturday group. But it's not doing that right now. Just hold on to that thought, okay? I want to make sure you guys continue the good dialogue and you're able to communicate with each other. Okay. Let me see if there are any other questions or chats that I missed. I think I saw a couple come in. Bear with me. Whoops. Okay. Hold on. Kashif says, anyone in Minnesota want to study? The thing about it, these days we can all study virtually. So once we come on board that group, I think it will be a lot easier for us to interact and interface with each other. So, okay. So let me get done with more of the stuff that we have to cover, because we're not at the tail end we've still got a couple of V's. Variance analysis, okay, used in control scope. Let's take a read and see what they say in variance analysis, okay? Variance analysis, chapter 5. 5.6, for those of you who have sucked in a PMBOK guide that you breathe, drink it, talk it. 5.6, and the only tool and technique of control scope. Very useful in knowing when a team member has gold-plated, isn't it? It says variance analysis on page 139 is a technique for determining the cause and degree of difference between the baseline and actual performance. So they're talking about the scope baseline, which is a collection of which three things, folks? Scope baseline, that's a cheap one right there. What are the three things in the scope baseline? Thank you, Tippy Toes. Thank you very much. It has been a long one today. Maybe YouTube got fed up. Hey, we're going to silence you guys. PMBOK guide maniacs. I want to be a PMBOK guide maniac. Don't know about everyone else. So Puneet says, scope statement. I missed that, Puneet. Okay, scope statement, WBS dictionary. Very correct. Thank you very much. Good. Thank you, Creighton. Thank you. So it says what you're really doing here is you're looking to see the difference, magnitude of variation from the original scope baseline. Important aspects of project scope include determining the cause and degree of variance relative to the scope baseline and deciding whether corrective or preventive action is required. Now this is gold. I've dropped this on a previous call. But guys, you definitely want to examine corrective action, preventive action, defect repair. Know the differences. Now, change requests revolve around these three. You need to know the subtle differences. And variance analysis kind of alludes to that. All right. Moving on here, we're almost done. Almost done, almost done, almost done. Variance and trend analysis happens in control risks. Not only are we looking for variances, but we can also plot the trend of these variances. Hence, variance and trend analysis. Very important as well. Another analysis is a vendor bid analysis. Where do we use our vendor bid analysis? I think this is another one that is alluding to something that is not quite what it should be. So vendor bid analysis, which process? Those are my PMBOK professors that know more than Phil. Tell me, where do we do our vendor bid analysis? Vendor bid analysis is not in procurement, is it? Is it? Is it in estimate costs? Bingo. You see, you need to get to the point where you know this stuff more than Phil does. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, this doesn't look right. Estimate costs. That's where we do our vendor bid analysis. Hopefully you can get to the point where you can sniff out trickery. Even though it sounds like it should be in procurement, it's not in procurement, it's in estimate cost. So this is where you do an analysis of vendor bids to make sure that they are in line with what you previously thought, and you can get a third party to do this for you. So let me just read that. I think it's the final one, and this will bring our meeting to the tail end. This is on page 207. Cost estimating methods may include analysis of what the project should cost based on the responsive bids of qualified vendors. When projects are awarded to a vendor under competitive processes, additional cost estimating work may be required of the project team to examine the price of individual deliverables and to deliver a cost that supports the final total project cost. So you want to analyze those bids, make sure that they are in line with what you thought they should be. All right? So the Facebook page. I tried to bring it up and it almost crashed the meeting. I don't want that to happen. Let me see if I can fish it out for you. And I'm going to go in there when we're done with the meeting. I'll go there and I'll clean up all of the information, all of this stuff that all of the requests. I'll clean them all up. All right, so let's go on to Facebook. All right, I'm going to just copy this. Apologize if it didn't come up with Savage on Saturday. I think the name has mysteriously changed from what it should be. But let me type that in. All right, so if you follow that link, I am hoping it takes you to the Facebook group. Uh-oh, link you followed may not be available. How strange. All right, you might want to search for this instead. So let me type in what you should search for. It has labeled it as something different. It's labeled it as PMBOK Dogma, which is a very interesting name. PMBOK Dogma and PMP Exam Coaching. Only Phil could have come up with that ridiculous name. All right, here we go. PMBOK Dogma and PMP Exam Coaching. If you search for that, you should be able to find the group. That is the group you want to get. Yep. PMBOK Dogma and PMP Exam Coaching. All right. So add yourself to that. I'm sorry for misdirecting you. It actually should have been called Savage on Saturday, but it appears that the name is not what I thought it was. PMBOK Dogma and PMP Exam Coaching, just as I have typed it in. So let me move it here so you can take a look. Oh, I'm on the wrong computer. Let's go to another computer. So it's got the characteristic picture of the lady with the boxing gloves. Can't miss that one. I think if you just type in PMBOK Dogma, you should actually come up with the group. It comes up with Phil. I think you need to be in group and search, maybe under groups in particular. How odd. Yeah, I can't find it either. It might be because it is, it's visible, but you can't see the chats if you're not a member of the group. Yeah. So in one instance, it shows Savage on Saturdays, but on another instance, it shows PMBOK Dogma. That is really weird. So I don't know why that is happening, but let me show you what it looks like, if on the off chance you'll find it. I'm not as Facebook savvy, obviously, so but that's it. So that's the groups. It has that lady's picture with the boxing gloves. You should be able to see this, you know, and that will tell you in the right place. The group number, I don't know if that's of any help, 2971 18743786388. I don't know if that's helpful or not. Yeah. But anyway, that's the study group. One way or another, I will make sure that this group link, when I finally get the right link, I will make sure I put it in the description of today's Savage on Saturdays, both of them. All right. So we're almost at the end. That's vendor bid analysis. And I'm rushing for the big finish because I know many people need to do stuff. Virtual teams, tool and technique of developing the project team. Is it? No, that is co-location. This is a tool and technique of acquire project team, right? Am I right, those of you who are in better shape than Phil, the coach? You know, you got to be in better shape than your coach. So did I get it right in saying it's not a tool and technique of develop project team? Did I get it right? Did I? Okay, yes, I got it right. Okay. So this is a tool and technique. Virtual teams is a tool and technique of a choir project team. All right? All right. So moving on. We are at the end of our session for today. Again, don't forget the mock exams. Go do what you got to do, $49.99. Get those mock exams, take them, find your gaps, take them again, find your gaps, take them again. All right? A little variation from last week's link. So if you were taking the exam last week, you probably came across a situational test. If you haven't taken a well-known 20-question mock exam, you can take it at this link, tinyurl.com/PMP micro. If you've already taken it, I'm afraid it's going to be the same questions. You're probably going to get 100% if you take it again. All right, questions, shoot your questions to us via this website, praizion.com, okay? And I am going to answer your questions now before I hop off. So bear with me. Just make sure I got it all. Okay. So let's take a look at some of the questions. Thank you, Puneet. Puneet, you are right on the money. You're going to kill this exam, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I feel sorry for Pimpy when you get hold of him. The exam is going to run from you, trust me. Lokesh said, Fair, last Saturday you told about sharing of study material. Study material. Can't quite remember, you know. Study material. Are you talking about the Hustlers link? Because the Hustlers link is in the link to the meeting we just came from. Open-ended. So it's a book, but I have just had no time to redo that book. Maybe for the 6th edition. Unfortunately, you know, I do not have cookie cutter answers. It's pretty much more like a mind exercise for the 40 days to PMP. But hey, when we start the group, I look forward to people communicating and, you know, giving answers to those. For the most part, most of those answers can be traced to the PMBOK guide. Oh, so look, Lokesh says, can we have some discounted link for the audio lessons? So for those people who, I typically do this once in a long time, not every single day. But I know Lokesh during the week had asked about that. So Lokesh, if you go to the Praizion site, I'll just do this. Final week. This will not be happening next week, I can assure you. So those folks who wanted to get the audio for any reason, the audio, you can do so by going to this product. Oh, you can't see it too well. It's this one down here on the Praizion site. I know Lokesh had asked about that. So let's do this really quick, Lokesh. You have to do what you want to do in the next 10 minutes. So let me do that for you right now. We've had some deals in the past week or couple of weeks. So I'm just going to do something similar to that, because I want you guys to kill the test. So let me edit that really quick, and then you can go there, and if you want to grab it now would be a good time. Good time. Okay? So it's not exactly what it was last week, but it's a whole lot better than what it was a few seconds ago. So, you know, Lokesh, what you need to do what you need to do. All right, any other questions or concerns or comments that I can answer? The ITTO Excel sheet. All right. So bear with me. I'm going to get that ITTO Excel sheet because a lot of people have been asking for it. So let me see if I can share that. I'm going to share it publicly eventually. But I've been telling folks it's for those who didn't do too well on the exam. But I'm going to drop a link for you with a password for you to get it in the next few seconds. So hang tight. Those of you who are PMPs already, so we got lots of PMPs, you know, the likes of Andy and VJ, who was here a few hours ago, Tony, a bunch of folks. If you want to be part of the moderators on the group, just let me know. I'll be delighted to have you guys moderate the group, add value to other people by giving them some guidance. All right. So those of you who want the Excel sheet, I am about to give you the link. Bear with me. So the Excel sheet that I've been talking about on YouTube that will help you frame your exam. Oh, you're on the phone, Lokesh. I see. Okay. So here's the link. I just typed it in and I've shot it to everyone. If you go to that link, let's hope it opens up. Let's hope there's no drama with it. Good. So just click on PMP Recovery Plan, and that should take you to the page where you can download it within the next few hours. It's you know, the reason why I haven't shared it, it's not exactly to the point that I want it to be, but it's not a bad tool for planning how your next exam is going to be. All right, so the link for this, just go to Praizion and go to the Project Management Audio Digest, and you'll be able to see that. The link doesn't open? Okay, let me put the link in the edits. Let me edit the meeting. I don't know why this happens a lot on our YouTube calls where we are prohibited from putting up stuff. So if you go to the meeting description in the next few seconds. All right, so if you hit an F5, you should be able to see the link to the page that I'm talking about. All right, and then what we'll do more often than not is we'll actually start sharing the information within the group. All right, so I'll be freer to share a lot more information with you guys in the Facebook group. Okay. All right. So, folks, that's it. It's been a long ride. I don't think we've ever taken it to this limit. And for those of you who are just so dogged and rugged, and I doff my hat to you for staying on and following us all the way to the end of this hour. I've actually lost count. What's the time? 4 hours, 4-hour meeting. That's the way I roll, folks. That's the way you got to roll. You got to keep on being dogged and rugged, hitting it. You know, it ain't over till the fat lady sings, as they say. You just got to keep on hitting it till the very end. Don't allow the volume that you have to contend with, don't allow the volume to throw you off. Keep hitting it hard. Hit it in the jaw, arm wrestle it. Don't give up, folks. You absolutely can do it. A lot of people say, oh, PMBOK guide is giving me nightmares. Don't listen to that. Just tell the PMBOK guide, you're nothing. I can master you. I can and I will. But you got to bring it with action. Don't just speak. You got to bring it with action. Okay? I am about to drop off the call, folks. I'm about to hop off the call. Go get myself some brekkie. Balaji says, hi, Phil. I have few doubts. My exam is scheduled on the 13th of February. Scheduled data versus project schedule. So part of the data is what brings the schedule to life. You can't have a schedule without scheduled data. Join the group, and what I'm going to do for a lot of these questions, great questions you guys are bringing up, I'm going to be creating videos, especially and exclusively for people in the group. All right? Barani, thank you for joining today. You can and you will conquer. Absolutely. Absolutely will. How communication? Wow. So I have a video. Have you seen my video on communications versus stakeholder, manage versus control? Wow. Communication versus stakeholder. Do you know these days I've lost track of our videos that I have to Google keywords to find our videos because there's so many videos, over 800 videos on YouTube, I lose count. That's what your buddy Phil is trying to do to help you. That's why I put out these videos. So let me see if I can chat this in without crashing. I think I've got too many windows open. So let me type this in. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate you. So I just typed in a link after Googling it. Thank goodness for Google. So check that out, the link that I sent in there, okay? So I want to say a huge thank you to you. I'm really sorry if I missed any of your questions or comments, but once we get into the group, we will be able to continue the discussion from there, okay? I appreciate you guys. You guys are troopers, and you're going to do it. No matter what you face, you got to keep on track. Even when you feel like giving up, even when it feels like I'm not studying, my study plan isn't together, don't give up, but take massive action. You know, my advice is take massive action to get back into alignment with what you originally intended to do, right? Get back on track and keep killing it, killing it, killing it. All right, so again, the Facebook group. I'm going to put the Facebook group into the description, maybe within the next hour or so, if I'm able to do that. If not, maybe later on in the day. And what else? Next week, folks, for those of you who are really 6th edition people, I am going to be sharing live how these 6th edition classes are going to hold. So if you've not sent your name in to learningadmin@praizion.com, definitely want to do that. All right? That's all your buddy Phil has got. And I will look forward to seeing you next week, where we are going to amp it up and we're going to have some more free-form, real-world discussions about the processes in general. Today's episode brings us to the end of the tools and techniques. So we have covered every single tool and technique in the entire PMBOK guide over the past 5 weeks. If you missed any of the episodes, go back and watch the episodes where we cover A down to Z, or Z if you are in the UK. Haha. Okie doke. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. Show some love to your buddy Phil. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Make sure you share this with other people. And I'll look forward to speaking to you next week. Bye for now. Do what you need to do. You got to be savage. Be savage.